Good morning, guys. I hope we're all sparkly. It's Thursday, and as we all know, Thursday is an incredibly important day of the week. Now, guess what we're going to talk about? Coronavirus. Well, we're going to go a little bit deeper than just coronavirus. Stay alert. Maintain something, save lives. It was a confusing message, followed up by a 50-page document explaining what that slogan meant. It's designed to be imprinted on your brain, but without clarity, imprinting 3 phrases on your brain which have no real meaning is pointless. So I'm going to give you Dr. Rob's version of stay whatever. And I'm going to do it like Boris. Stay active, maintain a healthy weight, and save your life. We should be taking personal responsibility for our own health. If we all took personal responsibility for our own health, then we wouldn't be burdening the NHS. Now, everybody's going to go out tonight at 8 o'clock and clap. Yay! Bang pots, set fireworks off to thank the NHS and care workers. The NHS and care workers 100% deserve our thanks, our gratitude. They are sacrificing so much. A number of them have tragically lost their lives to coronavirus. Now, I'm very angry about this because obviously it's due to lack of personal protective equipment. And yes, it's a global pandemic, so not everybody was prepared, but the UK were aware that we did not have enough PPE prior to coronavirus. And what we did have was out of date. And subsequently, out of date stickers have been altered, and it makes me so angry. But the government are going to give the families of these poor NHS workers who have tragically lost their lives £60,000. £60,000 for a life lost. Yeah, not impressed. We're working very hard with the care homes. We're pouring millions of pounds into the care homes. You knew the transmission route long before you closed entry to the nursing homes and care homes, and you let care workers go from home to home without personal protective equipment. So surprisingly, a large majority of the new cases, deaths, are in care homes. Who does coronavirus attack worse? The elderly. Now, I don't want to believe there's any malicious intent behind this, because the other option is incompetence. So I'm going to go with incompetence and not malicious intent. However, my brain is thinking malicious intent. We're following the science. Science is ever evolving. Now it seems to ever evolve to fit in with the agenda. We use surgical masks in surgery, and that's to protect the patient, not the person wearing the mask. We are now being told, okay, let's go back a step. Okay, before COVID was downgraded, we were advised to wear FFP2 masks to protect ourselves and the patient. That has been downgraded and downgraded and downgraded, which funnily enough coincides with a lack of PPE equipment. Now, all I see on the internet right now are adverts for face masks. Apparently, a cotton cloth is sufficient to protect you. Really? Are you serious? Saw two plonkers wearing their masks in their car with their gloves. Now, the last time I wore a mask and gloves in a car, I was off to a rave. No, actually, no, I lie. I've never worn a mask. You had white gloves and had a whistle, but I never wore a mask. We are spreading fear, and it's really very disturbing. Masks, honestly, cotton masks. What are they gonna become? They're gonna become feeding grounds for bacteria. You breathe out moisture, the bacteria, viruses are attracted to water, and then you breathe it in. Now let's think of physiology as well. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out oxygen and carbon dioxide. So if you've got a barrier, you're going to breathe in more carbon dioxide. What does the body need to live? Oxygen. Oxygen. So how can this not be causing more harm than good? There is such a disparity between truth and what is going on right now. I'm absolutely horrified. So coronavirus, it primarily attacks the elderly. The majority of deaths have been in the elderly population. Who else does it attack? Chunky monkeys, obese people. Now, we've been over this before. We're the only species that lets other members or ourselves get fat because we lack a survival need. We have a survival drive that gets channeled into bad choices, but we don't have a survival need. And we eat as much as we like because we're treating ourselves. We're treating ourselves to some food. You've deserved it. You wake up, walk to the fridge, and you've satisfied a survival drive. You haven't earned it. You've just satisfied it. So what's left? Boom. Screws up your hormones, screws up your nerves, screws up this. So chunky monkeys, beware. Again, this is nature. Nature takes no prisoners. Sorry guys. You need to start looking after your health. Health? Something like that. Yeah. So, eat clean, eat the right foods. I'm a massive proponent of low carb, high fat. Carbs have their place, obviously. You know, you need glucose for your brain function, for muscle function, glycogen stored primarily in the liver and the muscles. and it's involved in certain energy systems. So you do need glucose, but you need to be sensible about your intake, because the majority of us eat way too many carbs, because obviously farming to feed the masses, carbs, carbs, carbs. Almost broke into song then. Carbs, carbs. What song am I thinking about? So yeah, exercise every day, not just twice a week. You're supposed to be active every single day, but every advert on the TV is sat there in a bloody settee advising Netflix, advising energy saving crap. What are you saving your energy for? Get active. What else? We have a racist virus. It don't like the darkies. The virus is not racist, you idiots. It's to do with vitamin D. Vitamin D is incredibly important for immunity. And a lot of people in this world are vitamin D deficient. Why? Numerous reasons. Inadequate intake in the diet, inadequate exposure to sunlight, because obviously you go from your home to your office, from your office to your home. We're supposed to be outside. So why doesn't it like people of dark skin? Melanin. Melanin helps prevent skin cancers, but just think about where we all originated and where we are now. So we're a multicultural society. So the UK is infamous for lack of sunlight. It's quite sunny today, actually. So people of dark skin have more melanin, and so they absorb less vitamin D in a population that already has a deficiency in vitamin D. So guess what you should be doing? Eating vitamin D rich foods, supplementing with vitamin D. I personally take 4,000 IU every day with a fatty meal to aid absorption, and you should be getting some sunlight. You should be outside. So again, this whole social isolation, these poor families in their flats, not having had exposure to sunlight, not having had the ability to exercise, they're now released into the world with decreased immunities. Just think about that. I think that's absolutely appalling. So when you think about taking personal responsibility and doing what's best for your immune system and your health, the government have prevented you from doing that. Now, we're trying not to spread the virus. But the virus hasn't gone away, has it? So there was obviously the herd immunity theory to start off with, and then oh no shit, we can't do that. Then we need to protect the NHS. So we'll build some massive hospitals in anticipation of a pandemic that's going to kill millions. I think the Nightingale was supposed to be 4,000 beds, but ended up being 2,000, and at the peak it saw 41 people. So it's a testament to the effectiveness of social isolation. Is it? Or is it just incompetence?
We're following the science.
Man, you need new scientists. Somebody that can be objective, somebody that can actually look at things and actually work out what's best for society. What else? Vitamin C. Vitamin C is incredibly important for immunity. I personally take a liposomal vitamin C, which helps absorption. And what happens when you have excess vitamin C? You pee it out. So give your body the best ability to stay healthy. Zinc. How could we forget zinc? Because zinc's not only important in immunity, it's also important in testosterone production. So I suppose this is a TRT vlog. So let's bring it back to TRT. Zinc is incredibly important for testosterone production. Does that matter when you're on TRT? Of course it does. So when you think about not only the other health benefits of vitamins zinc, you've also got to remember that if you're on HCG, you are going to be producing natural intratesticular testosterone. So you want to give it what it needs to build healthy testosterone, sperm, etc. So an acquaintance a few years ago told me that because he was on the statin, he could eat what he likes. And again, it's this sort of misinformation that is not only shocking, but it does make you wonder where people get this information, because they've got it from somewhere. And it's because we do not place enough emphasis on personal responsibility, eating a proper diet, getting enough exercise, looking after your mental health, addressing sleep, reducing stress, appreciating community. It's horrendous. So the machine, the model is completely distorted, and it diverts us and misdirects us. Platitudes everywhere, but they don't actually serve to help you. I mean, it's horrific. So we need to take personal responsibility. Now, I'm going to say something that's going to be controversial. You can all go and clap tonight and applaud the NHS and the care workers. They deserve your applause. They deserve your gratitude. But as a doctor of over 20 years working within the NHS, I've left now, couldn't do it, abused by the people above, the people below. We live in an entitled society, and the government abuses us. They use us as a pawn in their political game. So I am so fortunate to be out of the NHS. I did have a little pang when it all started. I should go back, but I have a duty of care to my patients, and I'm very glad I didn't go back knowing what I know now. Yes, so by all means clap, by all means bang your pots. Please don't let fireworks off, because it upsets Maddie and Dexter. But it's empty, because you're the people that have abused the crap out of the NHS and taken care workers for granted. It's true. You'll notice by the A&E attendances. Now, A&E's empty. When this whole thing's over, it'll be full again. People scrapping, people getting pissed up. People will go back to their old ways because we are lazy. We have zero discipline. We are it's not all our fault. We're misdirected. We're overstimulated, and we place too much trust in a government that is managed by 6 big companies. Govern mind. No thanks. Don't fancy that. So yeah, by all means clap, but please learn. Please start looking after yourselves and not placing undue burden on the people you're clapping for, because we all do it. So I'm not sitting here all virtuous. I need to address my health. 16% body fat at the moment. Feeling very guilty. I had a Domino's pizza last weekend. I've been advised that I need to lose 1 kilo by the in-body 770. Still got a score of 98, which is pretty hardcore. So, yeah, none of us are immune to what's going on, but we need to start taking personal responsibility. And only then will we affect a change not only to ourselves, but the collective. Open your minds, guys. Look after yourselves. And
stay active, maintain a healthy weight, and save your life.